So today, I made a map in 10 minutes, and it was an absolute disaster. So let's get into it. I start the map with a lot of confidence of making an outline, as most creators do, at least I hope they do it. And then I start filling it in with giant pieces, because I can't afford to lose time like that. And then I start with the elevation of the map, because every map needs a little bit of elevation. If it's a map with no elevation, you basically just have a bit of terrain above water. Not really like an island of sorts. And then it's not an island without some buildings. Like you need a POI as well, if it's gonna be a BR. Or like a reload or blitz or whatever you can call it now. I do a little bit more elevation just to make the map feel a little bit more alive. That is pretty good for me to like make actual good map somehow in 10 minutes. I start with adding some hills onto the map. That makes it more elevation and just doesn't show some of the lines. That is pretty good. I take some of the pieces that I prepared before the timer started, so I could make the POI that I was gonna do. That is a large POI, because it's the most like simple one to do, and like I can't afford to be making a set in 10 minutes. I start with making the roofs. The roofs is a very good part of the lodge, so like we really need it. We are not gonna like do a lodge with no roofs, are we? At this point, we only had 4 minutes left, so I kinda had to lock in. So that's why I had to start in the nature, because I didn't want this place to look like a barren wasteland. So that's exactly what I did. Start with rocks, then bushes, and then I had to start on the trees a little bit later, because as I said before, I didn't want the place to look like a barren wasteland, so that's why I'm making trees. Even though this map is like gonna be in 10 minutes, I still wanted to have a little bit of resemblance to an island still, and not make it look like absolutely horrid. This is the moment when I start absolutely stressing, because I find out that I only have 2 minutes and 14 seconds left, so I had to get a move on, or I wasn't even gonna finish the nature. I proceeded to add a storm that didn't work a little bit later for a leak, and I'm gonna start propping the whole of the buildings, but there is a little bit of a problem with that you'll see in a second. I proceed to mess up a chimney for 10 seconds straight. I do not know what I was doing. I was absolutely stressed. After gathering all the props, I only had 47 seconds to make all the props in the house. This was gonna be difficult, because I'm not really good at propping, so I had to go really fast, so that might be why it's kinda horrible. As you can see, I'm literally messing up everything, from cabinets to TVs to couches even. I just wanted to make this get finished. With 5 seconds left, there was nothing I could really do with this house. So after the timer ended, I just ended up deleting the entire house. And that was time's up. So let's get on to reviewing what the map actually looked like. So basically, this is the map. This is made in 10 minutes. It is disastrous. Firstly, the zone wasn't correct. Secondly, I bet these trees are like horrible. There's a lot of lines. I don't even have the edges. But this was supposed to be like kind of like this. To be honest, I knew it was gonna be a disaster from the start. From when I made it, I literally made the idea, and I literally made the idea. It was disastrous. The title was made up before I even made this. This is the buildings. I have the TV on the floor because I couldn't find another piece in time. And then once again, I have that as well for this. Couldn't even finish this house, so I deleted that and then added a tree after the timer was over because it looked really empty. Basically, that's it. That's the map. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a quite short video. It was also a quite anticlimactic one. But I just wanted to make this because I wanted to see what it would look like in the first place. But this is what it looks like. As I expected, absolutely horrid. Now I'm going to be deleting this map and never looking at this thing again. Bye.